be on how does your family see you as a person and what do they think of you? Um, how do they perceive you? Things like that. And we have 3 piles, pile 1, 2, and 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. I also offer personal readings. You can find my Skype link in the description box below if you're interested in that. And you can hit me up on there and I'll get back to you to set something up. Also, if you enjoy this video, please like, share, and subscribe because it does help my channel to grow and it also helps to spread these messages to other people who may need them as well. So we are going to get started with pile 1. For pile 1, I feel like your family sees you and thinks of you as a person who has a lot of the answers. I feel like you might be an automatic writer in this pile as well. I feel like you might be an automatic writer in this pile as well. You're somebody who has gone through a lot of transformation in your life. You have ended a lot of cycles and left behind a lot of things that don't serve your highest good. You may also be somebody who makes a lot of money as well, or you may be very financially stable. You may be trying to create financial stability in your life through your writing as well. You could also be somebody who really gets along very well with children. You could be somebody who gets along with people of all ages, whether they're the same age group as you, whether they're older, whether they're younger, doesn't really matter. You're somebody very in touch and in tune with your higher self, with your guides, you may be somebody who prays a lot, meditates a lot. You may receive a lot of signs or synchronicities from the universe that your family may notice that you believe in very highly. The right to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed upon. National Rifle Association of America, incorporated in 1871. This is from 2012. All in. So you're somebody who, when you believe in something, you go all in on it. You are somebody who does not give up easily. You are somebody who fights for your own rights and the rights of everyone around you as well. You also could be somebody who really fights very hard to make sure that everybody gets an equal opportunity when it comes to education as well. We have release. If you've been carrying an old resentment, clinging to past their prime wounds, or been holding fast to the faint, nagging echoes of past arguments, arguments present, or even in your own mind, arguments future, you are being prompted to release them all. Let this be your assurance that you don't need to carry those burdens anymore. You're not the hardships of your past, and your family connections are only as strong as the resentment that you can release. So why not torch those burnt bridges and get this new leaf party started? So you may have a lot of dissension between yourself and your family members. There might have been a lot of arguments in the past. There might have been a lot of discord between you. And if there still is, this is telling you that it's time to fix that and it's time to release any of the past pain or hurt that you went through. It's time to let that go so that you can create a new bond from forgiveness. And they may also see you as somebody who carries old resentments or somebody who is clinging to the past and the things that you went through. And you could carry that into your future. You may even repeat those cycles with other people in your life because of the pain you went through with your family as well. And it could be, too, for some of you, your family could see you as somebody who releases those things and doesn't allow resentments to build up or doesn't hold on to them. But I really feel like there's a lot of people here who might have a lot of trouble between themselves and their family, and their family sees them as holding on to a lot of things from the past, and that they would really like to have this transformation with you so that they can, there may have even been some money issues as well. So we have the elements, which is the magician, I believe, in this deck. The 7 of Fire, the Tower, the Knight of Chalices, the Sun, and the Strength card. So your family really sees you as somebody who is very awakened to the world around you, somebody who has a lot of power within you and who uses that power in appropriate ways as well. I feel like there might have been a lot of defensiveness that caused a really big breakup between you and your family as well. But I feel like your family feels like you're somebody who has very strong boundaries, somebody who is very optimistic and hopeful, somebody who brings a lot of joy and happiness to the world around you. I really feel like they see you as somebody who has the ability to love yourself, to make decisions, to is very driven as well. You're very driven. You're very committed to what you decide to be committed to. You're somebody who has all the skills, tools, knowledge necessary and available to yourself to create the life that you desire. And I feel like they see that you're very awakened to what you want in your life. And I really do. I feel like they are very defensive towards you, or you're very defensive towards them because of something that happened in the past. Something that I feel like they think that you dwell on the things from the past a lot. Like you need to learn some more about your own emotions and the world around you. You may be very poetic as well. You could be somebody who really is very imaginative, creative, somebody that is very loving, and somebody that brings a lot of messages of love to other people. So maybe you send them a lot of messages that tell them how much you love them, or maybe you used to in the past before something happened that caused you to feel defensive towards them. They see you as somebody who is learning how to master your emotions in a more effective manner as well. Somebody who has a lot of strength and courage, wisdom, somebody that I feel like faces hardship or faces rough times with strength and courage and optimism. You're somebody who they may feel like you have your head in the clouds sometimes because you're so optimistic, so happy-go-lucky, and just really loving. You're very loving as well in this pile, but you're also very defensive. You may be defensive about a lot of the things that you're working on. You may not tell them about a lot of the things you're working on. But that's because you're busy taking action on those things. I feel like you're very action-oriented as well in this pile. You're somebody who knows what you want and you go after it and you make it happen. I feel like your family could see you as somebody who's very angry at times as well. Somebody who is holding on to a lot of anger from the past and a lot of defensiveness, a lot of hurt. I feel like a heart chakra cleansing and protection, healing would be very good for this pile, so that you could give and receive love in a more equal and beneficial way to both parties. You may be a writer, though, too. I really feel like you're a writer, and I feel like you're an automatic writer. I feel like your family knows that you are an automatic writer, and if they don't know you're an automatic writer, they know that you're a good writer. They may even know that you keep a lot of old pictures as well. They may feel like you keep a lot of old pictures and you reminisce about those things, and you may even have sent them some pictures, too, that they really enjoyed getting. Your family just sees you as somebody who really is very happy, though. They really enjoy spending time with you. They enjoy having get-togethers and celebrations with you. Maybe you haven't had a whole lot of get-togethers and celebrations with them for a while because something happened in your life, and you are kind of keeping everybody at an arm's length. And I feel like they just really want you to open up to them again and be the person you used to be. And nobody's ever the person they used to be, but they would really like you to heal some things so that you guys can have a good connection and relationship again as well. I feel like they also see you as somebody who's very accepting of different people, regardless of race or culture or who they are. You are very accepting and loving of people, which also could have caused a little bit of the defensiveness too. And maybe you've sucked some of that up back into yourself to where you're not so loving and accepting of everyone around you anymore because of something falling apart in your life that really hurt you and caused a lot of pain. And they want you to get back to being this person who is loving and kind and generous and open and non-judgmental of the people around you. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear what you had to say about it in the comments below, or if you have a suggestion for another video, I'd love to hear about that too. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye. Pile 2. So for pile 2, I feel like your family sees you as somebody very optimistic, hopeful, youthful, joyful, somebody who is very, very loving, very unconditionally loving, somebody who is very fruitful in their love and their giving and their kindness. You're somebody who has grown a lot in the emotional realm, I feel like, too. You may have a very high emotional and EQ. You may have a very high emotional quotient. You're somebody very heart-centered, though. You're somebody that stands out and is very different, too. You may be somebody that has done hypnotherapy in the past, or you may be a hypnotherapist yourself. You could also be somebody who has so much love to give the world that it kind of hypnotizes them. You're somebody who's very protected in your communications, very protected in your spirit, very connected to and in communication with your guides, I feel like, as well. They may see you as somebody who really enjoys taking vacations, or somebody who may really need to take a vacation. You may really enjoy the beach, or you may just really enjoy... I think you're working towards being able to take vacations. And you're very spiritual, very pure of heart, very loving. So we have forgiveness. I welcome the healing power of humility into my heart, and I release my ninja caliber death grip on any familial grudges I've been clinging to. It doesn't matter who was right, wrong, or completely insane. Forgiveness is the only way to move forward with love. And to be honest, I don't want to move forward with anything else. So your family may see you as somebody who's very, very forgiving, very loving, somebody who doesn't like to carry all of the pain and the hate and the hurt around in your heart and poison you, and allow it to poison your heart. You may have forgiven a lot that your family has done to you, or you may also have sought their forgiveness for things that you have done. And it could be, too, that there just needs to be some forgiveness here between you and your family. Gifts. I recognize the awesome day, week, year making power that's wrapped in gifts, and give them whenever the chance arises. Gifts aren't just for birthdays, half birthdays, and preschool graduations anymore. I can give them on not so special occasions, too. Every time I give a gift, I give myself the gift of feeling great, which is a gift that I keep re-giving. Oops. So... yeah, I feel like your family sees you as somebody who is very giving, very generous, very loving, very forgiving, very open-hearted, very optimistic and generous and kind. We have the crone of earth and the crone of water. Mother and grandmother popped in my head for a second there, so there could be something with your mother and grandmother that you need to heal as well. You're somebody who is very stable, very grounded, very down to earth, very humble. You're somebody who knows what's most important and what's most valuable to you. And you are somebody who is very stable and strong. Somebody who's filled with a lot of wisdom and strength from the life that you have lived. Somebody who is very loving and kind, but you also know that with that loving kindness, tough love is love too. You're somebody very giving and generous. You may be very psychic or emotionally intuitive as well. I really feel like you have a very strong EQ in this pile. You're very emotionally intelligent, very wise and knowledgeable about how emotions work. And you're just very loving, kind, generous, giving, solid, stable, loyal, understanding. There may be some judgment in your family for some of the things that you're working on, and if there is, remember that forgiveness statement. You're somebody very creative and very crafty, and you probably give a lot of gifts from the crafts that you make. You're somebody who has learned a lot through the years that you've been alive. You have had to overcome obstacle after obstacle after obstacle, and you keep going. You're somebody who has learned a lot and who has taught others a lot as well. You are somebody that you may work in candle magic as well, but you're somebody very spiritual and somebody who defends your right to believe what you believe in. And you have really created a very strong, stable, solid foundation for your life. You have a very strong, stable, solid foundation with your family as well. And you also may provide for your family. You may be the provider of your family. You are somebody very... They really appreciate having your energy around. You're somebody who doesn't have a lot of friends, but you're somebody who really does value the people that are close to you, whether that be really close friends or your family. You're somebody who stands up and fights for what you believe in. You're somebody who's really good with kids, I feel like, too. And I was talking about a mother and a grandmother earlier, and we got a mother and a grandmother right here, too. So a lot of people in your family may feel that you're a lot like your mother or your grandmother as well, male or female. That you have a lot of love to give. You are somebody who enjoys baking for people. You're somebody who enjoys cooking for people. You're somebody who enjoys hosting a party. You're somebody who's very creative and somebody who really enjoys working and really enjoys crafting and really enjoys just your time alone too. I feel like you really enjoy your time alone as well. Time to think to yourself. And you may even bring forward a lot of messages through art. A lot of messages that are really beneficial to the world around you. That make people think and open their minds and broaden their horizon and their perspectives. I feel like you're somebody who has worked very hard for what you have, and the people in your family really feel like you deserve to have what you have because you've worked so hard for it. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear how you felt about it in the comments below. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3. So for pile 3, I feel like your family feels like you are a do-gooder. You're somebody very good with children. You are somebody who is always trying to do the right things, and somebody who shows others how fun it can be to do the right things and how good it can make you feel to do the right things. You may be somebody who communicates very clearly, very effectively. You can also at times be very blunt and straightforward with your communication as well. It may hurt sometimes, but people know that if they want honesty, they can come to you. You're somebody very spiritually pure, very spiritually guided as well. Somebody that is very in touch with your higher self. I feel like you're very optimistic and hopeful and youthful as well. We have Palace Entertainment, no cash value. I feel like you can be very funny too. People enjoy your jokes. They really enjoy what you have to say. We have HM on here too. And I really feel like they feel like you are a magician in the way that you create your life. You are somebody who has all the tools, skills, knowledge necessary to create the life that you desire, and you do it with a smile on your face. You are somebody who has built a very strong foundation within yourself and with your beliefs, and you don't allow others to run over the top of you. You're somebody very guided as well. You're somebody who knows that there's ups and downs in life, and that's part of life's cycles. And I feel like you handle the ups and downs very well. You're somebody who is very balanced in your actions and in your life. You're somebody that It has a lot of fun in your life as well, though. And this says Hickok on it, USA. You could be born on the 8th, too, or 8 could be significant. I really feel like your family sees you as somebody who has the keys and the knowledge to walk down your path in life with balance. Like you can see things clearly that other people might miss as well. If you have a mustache, I really feel like they enjoy your mustache. So we have bonding and guidance. Or maybe you wore a pretend mustache at some point because of the jokes and fun, you know. Bonding. You didn't choose the branches in your family tree, but you can choose to get to know them better. It seems there's the potential for a budding friendship somewhere in there, and all it will take to get it going is some watering and fertilizer, provided you don't mind handling a little more family crap. So sidle up at the next horseshoe game or ham roast. I don't know your rituals, and I don't know your rituals, and ask some slightly more interesting than average or decidedly personal and borderline invasive questions. You'll be surprised what conversation grows. I think this came out in the reading yesterday. Let me know if you watched that one and if you got that card in there. Guidance. I willingly turn to my elders for guidance and respect the wisdom that they share with me. It's that sort of wisdom that can really teach me something, because wisdom like that is only earned when someone makes a mistake. So maybe I can be wise enough to ask their opinion and not go through the trouble of screwing up. Karmic shortcuts are cool. So you could be somebody who does things the hard way, as my mom used to always say it. And they really wish that you would talk to them more, ask for their advice more. You could also be somebody who really does ask for their advice and seek their knowledge so that you can make decisions in a better way. But I feel like there's a lot of people here who do it themselves. You're a very independent person, and they love that you're a very independent person, but sometimes you go through a lot of problems that they feel like you could have avoided if only you would have asked them, or if only you would have discussed what was going on in your life with them instead of keeping it to yourself. You may be very defensive of your family for some reason, especially if you pick pile 2 with this as well. And I also noticed that these walruses have mustaches too. So there could be somebody in your life that has a mustache that has a lot of good wisdom and advice for you. And really, you could be somebody who has worn a fake mustache at some point in time and made a joke or something, and somebody found it very funny and really appreciated it. I feel like kids really like you. And if kids really like you, you could actually do things like that at times. Maybe you're somebody who does different voices and does really good at doing different voices, or you may be somebody that just is really funny and joyful and youthful, and somebody that could really use to seek out the advice and wisdom of your elders. The circle, 9 of air, and the 1 of fire. And you could also be somebody who bonds with your ancestors even after they're gone, and you seek the wisdom of your ancestors and their knowledge and guidance. We got the circle here. And if you can see that, this person is reaching out to their ancestors, their spirit guides, and communing with them, talking with them, looking for the knowledge, the wisdom, and guidance they have. You're somebody who is very hopeful, very strong, very sturdy, very stable. You're somebody who has extremely deep roots. You are very tied to your family. I feel like you're very tied to your family. Like, you guys are really very close. Which might be why you try to have so much independence from them as well, because you guys have always been very close. But sometimes it's a really good thing to have those close connections like that allows you that wisdom and knowledge. And also, I'm going to do it again. Are you coming to the tree? With a strong upper man, they say, who murdered 3. Strange things did happen here, no stranger would it be if we met At midnight in the hanging tree. You could really enjoy that movie. And you know I love that movie, but I can't think of what it's called right this minute. And you could just enjoy that song, and it could just be that, I really feel like your family wants to collaborate with you on some sort of issues. Like they would like to work together, but you're over here working by yourself. While these guys are down here working together, you're over here working by yourself. And you are still in communion with your ancestors and your spirit guides and things like that. But I really feel like they would like you to get closer to them again. And we have the Ace of Fire. You're somebody very driven, very passionate, very motivated. Somebody who has a lot of new ideas, thoughts, perspectives, understandings. I feel like your family has a lot of new thoughts, ideas, understandings, perspectives that could really help you on your journey that you're going through. I feel like you really are somebody who believes in connection of energy. You believe in the connection of energy. You may believe in star seeds. You believe in your ancestors and spirit guides. You believe in your God. And you are really very grounded, very strong, very stable, very sturdy in your beliefs and your opinions. You may even be afraid to reach out to your ancestors or your spirit guides. Or when you're having anxiety or anything like that, I feel like they could really be there to help you more if you allowed them in, because look at these guys, they're just outside this open window. Actually, the window's closed and they're like, hey, let me in, we could help you. But you're over here dealing with all of this by yourself when we could come in here and we could help you. So don't be afraid to reach out to the people who love you and the people that you love when you're feeling upset or worried, and to ask them their advice, to ask them questions, to ask them how they would handle things or what they feel like is going on in situations. Because they've been there for a while and they know. And they also have been through different things than you, and they've seen different things. And, in collaboration like that, we can really learn a lot from each other. You're somebody very strong, very capable, very headstrong, very authoritative. You may be a boss as well of some type in the work that you do or in your career field or whatever. You may be somebody in charge and on top of a lot of different things. You're somebody who multitasks very well, and you're somebody who is a leader, but you are somebody who at times doesn't know how to shut off the leader so that you can gain wisdom or knowledge from other people so you can better lead. We have Justice, we have Temperance, and we have the Hangman. So you might be waiting right now for some sort of situation to conclude, and you may be very worried that somebody else could end up gaining something. And so I feel like you might be worried that somebody could be getting one up on you. If there's like a court situation or something like that you got to face, you might be really worried about that. And other people would like you to reach out and talk to them about it, ask their advice, ask for support and help. And also, you shouldn't be worried about it because everything's going to come out fine. There's just a need to be patient. I feel like people feel like you are somebody very patient, though, somebody very determined, somebody who has worked long and hard and steadily and stably towards your goals and your dreams. You may have even worked really hard to overcome some addictions that you may have had in the past. You may have been a workaholic, or you may have been an alcoholic, or you may have been somebody who overate or things like that, and you have worked really hard to be able to overcome those addictions, or maybe you're working really hard to be able to overcome those addictions now, and you might be facing a lot of anxiety or worries or things like that, and there may be people in your family who have gone through those same things and can help you to understand how to do it in a more efficient manner. They see you as somebody who pauses to see things from everybody's perspective, though. Somebody who's very fair, very balanced, very level, somebody who's very calm and patient and understanding, somebody who is every bit a leader. But I feel like they feel in the dark hours of the night that you feel alone and like you don't have anyone you could call on for help if you need it, even though you're there to help everyone else around you. And so they just want you to know that they're behind you 110%, that they're there to support you and love you and help you if you need it. But they're waiting for you to invite them in and ask them for that help, because they don't want to overstep their bounds. Because you may have also told them at some point that you can do it on your own, and they want to give you that space to do it on your own, but they will be there to help you if you need it. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading, and I would absolutely love to hear what you have to say about it in the comments below. And I hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye, guys.